Welcome back. It's September 2nd, 2011. I'd like to welcome you to day 2 of the Brand Personalization Video Marketing course. Now, today's lesson might surprise you a little bit because we're not going to jump straight into uploading videos and how to tag them and everything else. Today we're going to go straight into how to make friends. Before we get into that, just wanted to recap yesterday a little bit because I kind of ran out of time. So let's go ahead and go straight over to the account, and then I can show you the updates that I made after I quit recording, and then we'll go straight into what we're going to be covering today. Okay, so this is the new channel, and you'll see we have a video on here now. Well, there's two, but I was showing you how to upload them real quick. For some reason, when I was putting the information in to the profile area, the information wasn't sticking, and I think that was actually my fault, because I think when I was pasting everything directly from Excel, sometimes you need to click out of the field before it will take. So if you ever notice that the information's not staying in there, just click out of the field and usually everything will stick that time. So the main things that are important here, make sure to have your name to appear how you want it, and then make sure that your website is here. I usually don't put the www, that's personal preference, and then the rest of the information along the side. And I went ahead and added the Facebook link, so that way if anybody wanted to connect directly on Facebook, they can just follow that. So as far as subscribers, a couple friends from Facebook went ahead and came over, but I haven't done anything to really promote the channel yet. So in a few days you're going to see those numbers going up dramatically. Now, by default, the recent activity is in other places, and I went ahead and rearranged subscribers and things like that. Now, one thing I wanted to go ahead and show is, yesterday I kept emphasizing 87 characters. The reason for that is because, actually I need to go to the other channel to show you. Now, on this channel, you'll see, the beginning of the, channel information right here. Now, if you notice, that part right there, wasn't truncated or, cut off or anything, and it had exactly what I wanted it to say. Now, whenever this goes on to other websites, some have, about the same character, cut-offs, some are a little bit longer. So, show you what I did on Facebook, and then you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. See, whenever you post on Facebook, it's going to show about twice as much information, but still, as long as the main things that you wanted to emphasize are in there, then you'll be okay. But if you look at how the channel description here looks versus the way that it's formatted on the channel, you can get an idea of the way that the information is broken down whenever it's shared. So you don't want to just look at the way that things look on your channel. You want to go ahead and share on Facebook or Twitter or other networks like that, just so you can get an idea of exactly how people are going to view you. Now, when it comes to branding, this is very important, because if you just have some garbage up there, that's all they're going to see. They can't see what the information is that you're trying to push to them. So I just wanted to cover that part real quick, so that way you could understand why I kept emphasizing 87 characters, or having the main information there right in the front. Now, coming back to the channel that we created, the only thing that I really did, outside of, fixing the links and things like that, was, putting the videos up, which I have to do that every day anyway. Now I'm going to get into, uploading videos and tagging and, getting your keywords in there and things like that, in the next lesson. But in this lesson, I mainly wanted to go over, getting some friends on your account. And I've seen some courses that, I definitely don't recommend the methods that they use, mainly because, for one, YouTube is owned by Google. Neither, service wants you to game their system in any way. So it's very important to do things with complete ethics, or you're going to have to worry about, either losing the content that you put up or the account itself. If your content isn't up there, then it doesn't matter, how keyword rich it is or what methods you use to, gain friends or followers or anything else, because whenever they wipe your account out, it was all, for nothing. So just wanted to show you, how the videos, appear whenever you have the right information in there. And then they still have to, click view more. But I wanted to go ahead and show you this real quick, because I just copied the channel information directly into the video, just because a lot of people don't know that you can still put special characters, directly into the description. So I'll be getting more into that tomorrow. I just wanted to go ahead and show you that while I had it up. So as far as making a few friends, the best way I found, unless you already have some, friends on YouTube, this is more for, reaching out to people that you don't know yet, or at least know well. The first thing that you want to do is, whatever your niche is that you're setting up your channel, you want to go ahead and search in for, those keywords. So I went ahead and typed in YouTube marketing, which I'm surprised doesn't have more, results than it already does. So the first result here has, 13,000 views, and it's, direct match for what I'm going for. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and go straight to this person's channel, and this is, one of those videos that auto plays, of course. Now, just to go over, what he's got on here. Video marketing is one of the most effective and affordable ways to get new customers to your business, period. Couldn't agree more. So let's go over what we need to make that happen. First thing I'm going to do, this is definitely someone that I want to, be friends with, because they're doing exactly what I am. So I'm going to go ahead and request him as a friend. Now, if you look at his friends list, then, those are other people that are like-minded, and they all became friends with him because of the information that he was putting out there. So in this case, I might want to, go through their list, just to, find other people that, are interested in the same things that I am. So I'm not going to go through clicking on, all of his friends or anything like that. Just wanted to reach out to that one person because, he was directly doing, exactly what I am. So, but as far as making friends, that would definitely be, the easiest and fastest method to do it. It's a lot easier to make friends than it is to make subscribers. So, I would definitely, start out with that, so that way whenever you start getting some content on your page, you'll already have some people on your channel. Now nobody likes to really be the first person in the pool, so if they already see people on that channel, they're more likely to either subscribe or become a friend also. Now, in a few lessons above, I'm going to be going over what kind of messages do you send to people. How can you attract more people to your channel, things like that. But for right now, I just wanted to show what kind of methods you could use as far as bringing some friends on your channel. And the reason I'm doing this on day 2 is because this is going to be a daily exercise. Every day I'm going to be doing searches and requesting people as friends. So it's important to go ahead and get that out of the way. Plus, since people usually wait a day or so before they respond to messages anyway, that's why it doesn't hurt to go ahead and do that now. So plus, like I said, I'm going to be doing this every day for the next 30 days, just requesting people to be friends. Now when I do that, if they like the content or the information I'm putting out, they'll go ahead and become subscribers and things like that too. So even just by requesting people as friends, they're going to click back to your videos, or they're going to come back to your channel. So you're still going to be raising your view counts. You're going to be raising your subscribers, things like that, just from a simple action. But I want to emphasize, do that responsibly. If you just go through clicking people that you don't know, and you're just all over the place, then you could have some problems. You don't want to come across as a spammer or someone just trying to build a list or whatever, because that's not the intent of what we're doing. Right now we are just becoming friends with a lot of people that are like-minded, and hopefully they like what you put out there, and then they subscribe to get more of it. In return, the higher your numbers become, the more likely you are to get even more. So tomorrow we're going to cover uploading a video, and how to get your title and descriptions right, and what kind of formatting I put in there to make sure that not just on YouTube, but if it's embedded in another social network or on a website, how to make it look like it should, without cutting off the important information, stuff like that. So till next time, this is Dustin Salmons with Brand Personalization. If you have any questions, leave them in the channel, and I'll make sure that they're covered in the videos, or I'll go ahead and send you a quick response. So see you tomorrow in day 3 for uploading your videos.